Hello again, I'm Ross from Britain's Hidden History, exploring history they don't teach you at school. Well, they used to, but not anymore. Now, this is a fascinating one. I've been in touch with Craig Walters, who's made some fantastic discoveries. He spent years walking the hills looking for the famous stones and wondering what they're there for and mapping them out. Now, one of them, I think could be one of the most significant of all of them, is the Lion Stone. She told me about a large stone that looks like a lion. Alright, so here I am following the path from a place called Llan Wano. I'll put a caption up. You need to go up to there, look for the Forestry Commission road, and then you can walk up, and I'm going to show you the way. We were given directions by Craig, which were a little bit vague, shall we say. And it made sense once you got there, but didn't make much sense on the way, which is like a lot of descriptions. So I'm with David Moseley, my good mate, all the way from Germany. Want to see some sights, and this one in particular stands out, as no one seems to have recorded this stone or put it on internet anyway. I mean, Craig did have a book in partnership with someone. And anyway, go up the slope, as you can see, when we come to the fork in the path, we're going to take up and over the top. Right, so we ploughed up the hill. It was a blazing hot day. It was in the middle of the summer 2019. Fantastic high temperatures. I recommend bring some water. It is a couple of miles. It was even further the way we did it because we went the wrong way quite a few times. So work way up the top of the slope, and you keep going. The significance is this the stone for the tribe of Judea? Because where this is near is the Ark of the Covenant. We're very near to in a glow, and this could be a significant marker towards it. Right, so it's a fair hold hike, just keeping up with the hill, and suddenly it opens up. It's a real surprise when you get to the top. Open fields, and this massive field here, and that far corner behind... terrible camera work. But anyway, the far corner behind that wind tower, blinking turbine thing, monstrosity, is where you want to be heading, okay? Right, so once you get across the big field, you're looking for this path, this kind of gravelly, shingly tractor path, and you're looking for the clues we were given is the copse of trees and the wall, which you can see on the video now. And for those who are new to the story, if you follow the people of Judea, the Ark of the Covenant is where this covenant between the people and God, the deal done with Moses, is meant to be kept in a box. Ark basically means box, alright? It's a fancy word for it. Wherever they get deported, the Assyrians deported them all over the place, and they took this box with them. They finally got deported north of Haran, as it says, and ended up crossing the Caucasus, and they settled in Anatolia, and then it sort of disappears out of history. There's some rumours the Ark went to Ethiopia, and there's various other stories. Look into them, they all seem to peter out at some point. The difference here is if you follow the migration of what the lost tribes, as Alan Wilson always says, they were never lost, they knew exactly where they were. What they did was then go to Britain, and specifically to South Wales, and this is about 500 BC. So it's very early in British history, and this has been written out completely. Now, if they did go, everywhere they go, they take the Ark with them. So it'd be logical, the first place you should look for the Ark is in South Wales. And Wilson and Blackett found a place called Ynys-y-Bull, which means place of the Ark, and it's two in a glow, which means the Ynys-y-Bull means place of the Ark. Two in a glow means, like, you know, the mound, the enlightened mound, or the shining mound, or the bright mound. So it sounds perfectly for this. So as we're going down and getting nearer and nearer, it's getting very exciting.
Behind these trees, there's some stones. There are stones. There are stones. Where are you, mighty lion? Is that it? I was imagining something a bit bigger than that. No, that's not it, because it's in a field. That's an interesting stone. I'm pretty sure that's not it, though. It's not big enough, and it's not in the field. Alright, so we're on this wall here. Is this another openable gate? Excellent. There's the wall. There's the trees. But I think it's just the other side of the trees. So look in there, we're going to watch your hands.
This is the one.
Yeah, you can do the one with the nettles on it.
But it's starting to wilt. They won't sting you anymore.
Yeah, I know that, you know that. Has anyone told us nettles that?
You said that.
Boom, boom. And there's the raven, right where we want him. Ah. God, you can hear him, can't you? Oh, how evocative is that? Here we are after miles of trekking. Shouldn't it be miles, mine? Oh! Watch out for the stones. This one 9 feet high, he said. You can't miss it. Don't worry about the little ones. What? There's Bran up there. And just over that gate. Oh! He's right, you can't miss it. Look at it. It's been kicking over pebbles, and look at that blasted thing. There it is. Oh my God, it looks immediately, from this angle, it looks immediately like a lion. Ah, Craig, you're a genius, but absolute genius. Absolute genius. There it is. Stone, like. Pointing directly. The two in. Can't help but think it'll be quicker coming that way. There's a couple of farms in the way. My goodness, it's amazing. It just stares right at it. Look at it. Absolutely fantastic.
It's my board.
David's just able to ruin all my videos. I mean, enhance. It's a serious historical moment, all right? Look at that. Right, I think we're going to be here for a while now, photographing this from every conceivable angle. It's absolutely beautiful. Far more impressive than I thought it would be. I love it. There's David to give it some scale, look. I can see why Craig laughed now when I told him I thought we'd found it. When you found it, you know you found it. Look at that. Hey, buddy! Yeah! You're right, you can't miss it when you see it, can you? It's fantastic, mate. I was so worried he's going to be those little 2-foot stones or something. And like, oh no, all this way is going to be a disappointment. But no way, man, this does not disappoint, does it? Oh, it's spectacular. Yeah, we're doing some videos and photographs now. It points like, David just says, it's like a sight, you know, it's sighted on it perfectly. It's awesome, it's just absolutely fantastic. There's the tune. I think my phone's going to die any second, so we just made it, well done. I'll give you a call this evening, alright? Ah, it's fantastic, buddy. I'm so excited. And the book as well. What a day. You've made my day twice now. That's brilliant. I'll just come up and give you a snog, alright? A big thank you from David as well. Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Yes, if you haven't seen it before, this is a great view of Two in a Glow. You can see it there. It's a natural hill, and then built on top of it is a mound. And around the top, you can actually see that grey line is the wall going around the top of Two in a Glow, and that's where the Ark of the Covenant is supposed to be buried, in a chamber there which you can access from the top. There's drainage sumps you can see around the side, let the liquid out of this chamber so that the contents don't get ruined. Your mind boggles. Is it still there? Has it been 2,500 years? And look at this. I mean, David was in the military, right? He can aim a gun, he can aim a tank gun, and this is lined up spot on. So someone's got a very strange sense of humour. This goes back a long way, because this points directly at where the Ark should be. Yes, it really is quite a weird feeling, really, that on the other side over there, that could be the Ark of the Covenant. It's going to be sitting there 2,500 years, or shortly after they arrived. And then this side, you've got this lion stone, the Lion of Judea, pointing directly at it. Like I said, someone's got a very weird sense of humour. I don't know how long that stone's been there. Craig discovered it just walking around the hills. But surely this deserves some kind of special recognition. Someone's got to look into this and think, well, why is it there? If it isn't as a lion stone saying this is the people of Judea, okay, give me another reason, alright? Because it really is a good description. You see sort of crouching down. And more tragically, there's a lot of pieces are broken off. And Craig Walters also mentioned see an altar around the front where he thinks it's now for blood, there's things like that. We need proper archaeology, scan all the pieces and try and put them together. Right, the wind is too bad to hear me here, and I've tried dubbing it, it's impossible. So what I'm basically saying is, look, the things I've talked about here, and here is the lion stone. And you can see the shape of it, it's a lion, I can compare it with hieroglyphs. There's the back legs in that crouching position, it's lying on its front. You can see the arch on the back, which looks like a lion rather than a dog or something. It's pointed directly where it's supposed to be. And as you saw, when we first entered the field, when you look at it immediately, I mean, I spent a lot of time looking at hieroglyphs. That looks exactly like a lion as it's drawn in hieroglyphs. And it's pointed straight at what might be the spiritual home for the Lion of Judea people. So, what do you think of that? It really is remarkable. Yeah, so what I'm explaining now is we're going to get the maps out, we're going to plot it, we're marking all these mounds and stones, and then we're going to look at the star maps. And let's see, does this fit in with what we think is... All these things are arranged specifically. This stone should be on Regulus, or it should be on Leo, or it should be on some sort of star sign to do with the lion. That's what we're hoping. This is the exciting bit. So as you can see, and tragically over time, bits of stone are broken off, and there's an altar, and you can see constructions that really could do with proper reconstruction. But look at this, I love this view. To me, that is a lion. It's beautiful. You can see with his mouth, his eye, the mane. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this angle. It's got that face of arrogance. I'm the king of the jungle. And I'm going to walk all the way around there just so people can really see all the stones. Because the other side looks like it's either collapsed completely or it was intentionally blank from the beginning. It's very hard to tell. On the front, Craig Walters also pointed out there, that seems to be, I don't know, maybe some sacrificial point. It looks like sort of channel in it. Maybe you could have carried out some sort of ceremonies there. See that the rock in front, he's worked out you could lie on that as a human even, or you could put an animal on it. We need to get all these pieces digitally worked out and see, you know, someone like sort of jigsaw they do with these archaeology digs and stuff and that. So they're looking for things to look at, these archaeologists. They tell us, well, you know, look at this is fantastic. And even now, I mean, I'm part of the reason I'm shown so much of this, the wrong side, if you like, is to see if people got ideas. What is happening there? You know, what are all these stones about? Is this part of a larger structure? Is this meant to be another altar over here? I'll put my watch just so you can see the times. At 20 to 5, it's late summer. Just to give you an idea where the shadows fall. I'm always interested to know what people think about where shadows would fall, whether it be the summer solstice, equinox, things like that. It'd be quite nice to check all the alignments of all this stuff. Anyway, so there you go. It's well, it's quite bizarre. I mean, the whole area sort of comes around like a massive circle. It really does feel like a religious amphitheatre with everything focusing in on two inner glow. You can see it majestically sitting on that hill with its wall around it. Amazing. Alright, this is just a few close-ups there. Now, he's got people in the group who love a close-up look at the stones and the vegetation and just try and see if they can feel something or spot something in the striations and the patterns. Try and make something about the age. I mean, there's no visible sign of any digging in the field or anything. We're great to do some chemical analysis and see where the stones come from. I don't even think it's from this area. You look around the field, I mean, it might be, you know, a mile away or something. This field is not a stony field. There is nothing. It is totally flat. And there's no real stones anywhere around here. Nothing like this. So I'd love to, like they've just done with Stonehenge, do one of those analysis of the composition of the stone and work it out. Hope we're spinning around a bit there, just to show there are no similar stones. This is not a natural outcrop in any way whatsoever. Yeah, just one last look at the sort of, well, almost debris really around the other side. But can you someone see some sort of function in this? It's so hard to tell. We need to map out all these stones and try and put it back together. It looks to me like some sort of... This backside, if you like, of the plain side of the line was not meant to be seen. There was something here. There was something going on. Some sort of structure, and that part would have been hidden. But I say it really is a guess, and I don't know how you'd work it out. You'd have to do a really deep analysis. I know Craig spent far more time up here, and again, congratulations, Craig Walters. This is brilliant stuff. And he's looked at the size of the stones and what could have happened. He's got lots of ideas about the functions of them. So it is something, hopefully you can get him to talk more about. Try and get hold of him to talk more about ideas on that. And if anyone else watching this, what do you think is going on here? What do you think is going on here? Is that maybe significant? Some sort of, I don't know, ceremonial stone, standing on, sacrificing on, placing off.
I'm just trying to work out what the rest of it might have been, you know, if it was part of a bigger...
I just love this view. I mean, that just cries out lion to me. And David had some very good ideas. What he was pointing out is a lot of these pieces do seem to have fallen down from the lion. And this is before I had a decent microphone on my camera, and the wind, you can't hear him very well. But I remember the conversation. You could pick out bits of it explaining that if these bits were put back on, the whole thing would be much grander, you know, be a much bigger kind of lion. And I know Tim Lewis has done some Photoshop stuff, completely independently, having a very similar idea about building it back up again, because the whole thing might be even more amazing if you went back, I don't know, hundreds of years, thousands of years, who can tell?
Holidays in Wales, but... yeah, tidy. It really does cause you to think. All the evidence points to this being the final resting place, the Ark of the Covenant. And if it really is there, what a place for it. As you'll see in a second, the whole area forms a cauldron, and it just stands out in the middle. We've got Regulus, the Lion of Judah, pointing directly towards it. And the name fascinates me as well, because two in a glow, it's the shining place. Now if we look in the Bible, we find stories that people coming near it are being killed by this. It might have been radioactive, who knows, it's a dangerous great object. Imagine if it did actually glow, and it was up there, and this whole area is like one massive temple to the Ark of the Covenant.
Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed that and found it informative. Britain's Hidden History Group has so much more going on our YouTube channel. The one you're watching now, there's a live stream, 8 o'clock UK time every Sunday. You speak to people like Wilson and Blackett, reprint their old books and help produce new ones. We go researching to the tops of mountains, all the way down to the bottoms of caves. Busily recording the books so you can listen to them as well, and looking at mysteries and working out what we're not being taught in schools and preserving it, because the physical and written evidence is rapidly disappearing. You can also find out how to read ancient writing and hieroglyphs using the Welsh language. It's amazing. There's a Facebook group where this is being discussed. Along with a website, you can buy the books and help us. Also, as you can see, there's now a Patreon page where just a few pounds a month will make all the difference in trying to keep the project going and preserve this history for future generations, and also to find out for ourselves what is going on, what is Britain's hidden history. So until the next time, Heddwch!